Morning. Happy day after tax day. Did everybody file?
I filed an extension.
I filed an extension. Yes. Yeah. Good. That is important. You guys think about this. Paying your taxes quarterly will really make it a lot easier for you, especially when you start earning real money. Wow. And if you don't pay on time, then you get to pay interest and penalties. It really sucks. So anyway, first day after tax day, April 16th. Happy Tuesday. This is awards week. Today I'm going to Sarasota to honor the award winners in Sarasota. That's really cool. Kathleen's picked a really nice restaurant. Tomorrow we're going to Tampa, taking a big group to a fancy place called the Stovall House. And then Friday we're going to the beaches. And of course we're going to do a tiki boat tour to mix it up after a nice lunch. So that'll be kind of cool today. You want to throw my agenda up there? Let's get rocking and rolling.
Sure thing.
Cool. On Monday afternoons, I do a mindset thing with Matthew Perry. It's a 15 minutes of the day. And he always starts off with a quote. Yesterday's quote was, "It's always going my way, even when it's not." And the idea is, if you're going to let things cloud your head, why would you want to let things cloud your head to make you sad? Right? Everything's going my way, even when it's not. So I want to start with that today. And then Mike Ferry put out a quote, "Even if you are on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there." And that's the theme for today's talk. Jeff and I are going to get on you guys in a little bit, but if you're always on the right, even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. And I'm going to show you some cool stuff today. Paramount title, Miss Megan. That was one heck of a class you put on last week.
Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, it was a great informational class for I sent out the handout that Karen sent me as well for those who did not make the call or wanted the handout from the call. If you did not get that, I know I sent it and Craig sent it, but if you did not get it and you would like it, just send me an email or a text and I'll forward it out to you. And if you guys need anything, just let us know.
Cool. Do you know what we're teaching next month?
Not yet. I'm going to send you an email and run some things by you.
The idea there was probate is becoming more and more more popular because less people are selling because they want to, they're selling because they have to. And death is a pretty good reason to sell a house. So the title company said, we had the vice president title for Fidelity National on, and she said that it's very much more risky. So there's a lot of requirements. So don't yell at the title people, girls, because it's not their fault. They're just dancing to the tune of the underwriter. So one I wanted to make.
And then also wanted to, for those who have me on social media or Lisa on social media, we are doing a vendor meet and greet tomorrow. It's at Finn's Dockside in Apollo Beach. You do have to register through our Eventbrite. So if you guys would like to attend, let me know and I can email that out to you. But we have quite a bit of vendors going out there. And then if you do not make it and you would like the vendor list as well, we're going to prepare a document to send out that's going to have all the vendors that were there. But come on out, mingle with the vendors. We're going to have giveaways and do some cool games with the vendors as well.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. How's the month coming?
It is really good. We actually have a competition this month with our South Shore office. They are one of the offices that we're usually the closest with when it comes to orders. And we have 27 as of yesterday that have been open. So we are winning the competition right now. We are very close. I think we're winning by about 4 or 5. But the losing office has to do something that the winning office chooses. So it can be something embarrassing or crazy at the office. So if you see us walking in the office with our shoes on, two different shoes on, we lost because they get to choose what we have to do. So it should be fun, but we are going to give them something to do because we are determined and we're going to win.
Nice.
So send us your orders. If you guys need anything or have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you, Megan.
You're very welcome. Have a great week, guys.
Thank you. Okay, I think we'll go straight to awards. Start at the bottom. Let's start at the top. Company teams.
It is a clean sweep for the team. So congratulations, Team Imagine, with most listing sales, most sales and most closed commissions. Fantastic job. Come on, give it up for them. Great job. Great job. Great job. Let's go South Tampa. Joe.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, we have some familiar faces, some new faces on this board. You know, we all see Kevin and Adam on here all the time, but these are two guys that three open sides three sales. They do open houses every weekend. It's a pillar of opportunity. A lot of agents don't take advantage of, but these two, there are times that Kevin's doing 3 open houses and Adam are doing 2. So congratulations to the two of them. Kevin had 8.
Adam was also nominated for like a top producer award. I sent you a link to this morning.
Yes, I didn't quite get there yet, but I was going to, but thank you.
I've been up for a long time.
That's fine. And then Katya, I'm sorry, Kevin had 8 open sides month, and he's not afraid to do rentals, and whatever comes Kevin's way, he does it. He's awesome. And Katya there had 3 closed sides this month. And Lindsay's first time on the board here, she had most commissions for the month. So we're really proud of her. And then we had 2 people nominated. Craig, you started talking about that for was it Tampa Bay's Real Producers? Adam was nominated, as well as Jeff Bagan. So we hope everybody gets on there, and we'll send the links out so you guys can vote.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Long.
Good morning. Good morning. We've got 3 rock stars on the board and award winners. Delia is a Ruby winner. Jesse is a Diamond winner, and Ivy won for Pinnacle Customer Service Award. Now, the number one thing these 3 people have in common is they do constant follow-up, social media, postcards, open houses, everything. They do it all. And Delia came in with 2 listings, a tie with Jesse Griffin, and Ivy had 4. Look at that, 4 most open sides, and Jesse had most closed sides and most closed commissions at, it looks like 4. My printout is a little rough, but the commonality here is constant follow-up and a lot of social media. They've really kicked it up, especially Jesse. He's really kicked it up. He does tours of his open houses. He does all kinds of videos on the beach, and it's really gorgeous to be able to see the waterfront as he's walking through it. So congratulations, everyone on this board, and we'll see you later on today.
See you for lunch.
Yeah.
Caitlin, Rachel.
That's supposed to be Rachel. Rachel, we don't hear you.
That's becoming a habit.
That we still don't hear her.
I saw her group.
All right, no worries. I'll just pick it up. So Russ Miller is back in business around here working, and he's got a nice project up in Clearwater Beach that he's working on, Skiff Point, and that's cranking for him, and that's leading to other opportunities. So sitting on open houses, guys, brings people to you. Those opportunities make you get in front of other people, and so he's really working that very well. Maria McNeil, always a powerhouse. She is just on fire, and she just works her sphere like you wouldn't believe, and stays in touch with her people, and just a true awesome spectacle of an agent. She's just great at what she does and consistent, and stays in touch with people nonstop. And
7 sales last month.
7 sales. Yeah.
So what is 7 times 12? 84.
A lot.
84 sales in a year, tracking that. That's a busy person.
And that's slow. She's got other months where she's doing 8 or 9 sales.
14 I've seen. Kevin did 8 last month. Wow. Those are big numbers. Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No, big numbers. That's just consistency, right? What you're going to see is consistency from everybody on here, and is doing the hard work right now. Keith has done a great job. Most number of closed units and gross closed commission. Keith's niche has been kind of, again, being vocal, being active, doing open houses, working on some new constructions in Tampa, has led him to other opportunities to give him the commissions. And Veronica, she is back in business, man. She is fired up. She is working, getting listings, which turn into contracts, turn into closings. So she wins the most closed commission, most closed units here in Madeira. So congrats to all.
Nice. And you'll see when you attend our events, you'll see these people there because they show up and they're engaged. I love it. Why don't you just keep going for IRB?
I'll do it. Amy is knocking it out. She's just such a consistent producer. Amy Boyle's just getting most listings. Blake is really working his sphere so well, and the investor side of the world, working his networking the way it is going to be. And Jamie Wright is just back in business, and she is cranking it out. And most closed units equals next month she'll have most closed commissions, because you see how that works through the system right there. Listings to sales to contracts to numbers. So congrats to the IRB.
Brandon, was Chris online or want to just read it for him?
Oh, I'll rock it out. So Brandon, we had the two ladies take the stage this month, and Amy Camasso. Let me pull this up real quick. So Amy Camasso had 3 listings last month, took home most closed sides at 3, which will put her at 36 for the year. She continues to kind of rock and roll, and most commission. Now Andy did get the most sides with 5.
And she spent half the month in Greece.
Half the month she wasn't even in the country, which is pretty insane. If you think of that too on the open sides, that's 60 open sides if she continues what she's doing. This market's dead, right?
Yes.
It's completely dead.
Terrible.
60 sides keeping up with what you're doing there. So
And
fantastic
vacationing.
job, ladies.
While vacationing. Is Jessica Roman on?
Let me see if she jumped in.
Nope.
No, I do not see her.
I'm going to take out of the BE3 today
Yeah.
for that. So Roman Group, awesome team up rocking out in Trinity and Pasco and Hernando County. So Demi's rocking out. Cherish, John with most listings. Cherish has the most listings, tied with John, and tied with Demi with the most listings and most sales. Tina White comes in with the most, another tie with the listings right there. And then the big award for the most closed units and the most closed commissions is Joanna. And she is just a consistent producer working her sphere and staying in touch with past clients, and just super proud of what Jessica's building there with the Roman Group.
Are you guys reading the hot sheets when they come out? It's my favorite time of the day, 11 o'clock. I really do. I have fun with that. But these are the names you see on the hot sheet all the time. So what are they doing different? We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Keep going, Mr. BE3 man.
All right, where do we have Levada on? Mike's on?
Nope.
Levada's not in there. I will just keep it going. Talk about consistent production. We're super proud. Min's come on to join the Pensacola team from another brokerage. and
His name all the time.
his name is on the hot sheet nonstop, but that's just professionalism, consistency, and just running a great business.
We had 9 open sides this month.
9 open sides. That's new, most listings, most sales, most closed units, and most closed commissions coming in from Darlene, which is fantastic. So I love watching the hot sheet. Like you say, Craig, it's so great to see Miami and Lauderdale, and Pensacola, Panama City, and Orlando. It just really shows the strength of this company as we're growing with our reach. And you guys are able to refer out and in and just keep growing all the businesses there. So fantastic job.
Hey,
Yes.
do the math on that. 8 open sides.
It was 9 for men.
8.
9 times 12 is 108.
That's all.
case you
Just
wanted to know.
100. Just 108. Good gosh. All right. BE3 Pasco and Hernando. Jeff.
Well, while I got the mic, let's just keep on
Might as
going.
well just keep going. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Marino busting out most listings out there and just working it. Margaret Greco, most sales coming through. Congratulations, Margaret, on that one. Giovanni ties with the most sales on that one. And Carla is it's a great process to watch. I remember Carla when she's freaking out, not knowing what to do, and just trusting and blind faith in the whole process, and just making the calls, sending out the letters, going to the doors, getting turned down, not giving up, getting frustrated, keeping doing it, pushing through. Then remember the first listing, then the open house, then the sales. And now look at her with most closed units and most closed commissions. So guys, keep with the plan and just keep talking with people. It's so great to watch the success happening there. So congrats to Carla and the whole BE3 Pasco Hernando team.
I tell you, just raise her hand for some reason.
There we go. And then I don't know if Juliana's on, but I'm just gonna keep going if she's not on.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Mary Strackman, most listings down.
What do you guys notice when you see the hot sheets about Miami?
Prices.
The prices.
Right.
Even rentals are $6,500 a month.
Yes. So Mary's really knocked it down with most listings. Miguel is on every month, right? The listing sales commissions units. He's just a super exemplary professional agent. We love having him on the team there. And then Connie comes in with most closed units down in the Miami market. So congrats to all three of you. And that team is growing and we got some good things coming down there. So stand by and stay tuned for that.
And Jeff?
Well, while I'm here,
Oh,
this is from the overarching from B3, not specifically in those regions. This is mostly in the Orlando and non-Miami type market. So Crystal's been with us for such a long time. She's such a great person and a phenomenal agent. Most listings, most sales, most closed commissions. So she just really rocked it out. Same thing, just really focused on being true to herself. What she wants to do is be a great agent. She's doing that. Carrie has come in and done such a great job. She has a project down in Vero Beach, the Cabo Rio, that's on your Moxi, that beautiful RV resort. That's hers, right? That's her. She owns it and she's the agent for it. And they're doing a phenomenal job. If anybody likes that niche, go onto your Moxi, put that on there and promote it because there's some really good buys down there, really good investment opportunities down there to own RV lots. And they can put tiny houses on there and rent them out for you. There's a lazy river. There's water slides, there's a surf rider thing, there's restaurants, there's spas. It's not far from the beach over in Vero. It's an amazing deal. But look at that, most listings
And that was sales for her last one too.
She's got about 100.
Better when you're the seller and the realtor.
Yes.
better. That's right.
Cheryl rocking it out with most listings. This is what I love for this real quick. She took the initiative. I remember we were out in the conference. So we were at Florida 21, at Global 21. And Cheryl has been really working so hard on the buyer side. And it's been frustrating a lot. And because, she has bumps in the roads. And she actually made a conscious decision and says, I'm going to just turn on my listing side and start getting out there. Look at her with most listings out there. So congrats, Cheryl, for doing that. And Mikkel, right up, most closed units coming in with that one. Kathy and most closed units tying right there. And Jim Clausen coming in with most closed units on that one. So congrats everywhere and everybody on the whole team. So great job.
So
Back to you, Chris.
it's not Jeff's turn this time. Okay, got it. So, tops for South Shore. So when we look at this list, I'm going to start with most closed commissions with Regina Mann. So obviously when you tie 2 and 2 together, last month she had most sides with 5. And so she ended up taking home, obviously, most commissions this month. So great job, Regina, there. Heidi, the machine, she had 6 open sides.
6.
Which is about 72 a year. She's pretty much on here consistently every single month with what she's been doing. Kim Hodgkins and Lisa Sillo both took most listings at 3 apiece. And we know that Lisa has that niche on the mobile home side that she's just done a fantastic job really taking that niche and just making it her own. And as you can see with 4, she had 4 closed sides, closed units for the month, which is absolutely fantastic. So great job, Lisa and all the ladies. And Sun City, a lot of consistency here. You'll see obviously with most closed units, Dick Wilson.
Just have one male on the list.
We got one guy on there. It's all good. Thank you, Dick Wilson, for getting on this board for us. He had 4 closings last month. This dude just is completely consistent in the office every single day, even on the weekends. I'm pretty sure he knows when he's in the office, he's working. When he's not and he's at home, he's not. So he really has a really good life work balance that is obviously showing up in his business too. Robin Bennett, most sales, where was she at? She had 3 sales up for the month. And then Celeste with most listings also with 2 listings. And then May Nakamoto, fantastic job. This is the first time I've seen her up here in a few months. So she had a fantastic closing.
She got a listing in my neighborhood and sold it that day.
Well, I think, and I'll end with this, you get, as an agent, you get to choose how much you make a year. We can go after and talk about how many deals we want to do, but you have an opportunity to pick whichever community, whichever niche, whatever you want to do. If you want to sell $1 million houses, go sell $1 million houses. You don't have to stick with 350 or 400. It's completely up to you and how you want to do your business.
Well, really, you can't choose $200,000 houses anymore.
Well, there's not any that you can actually find. You might find some condos, but hey, so congratulations, South Shore team. Appreciate it. Awesome job.
Good job. Okay, if you don't mind, go to my little stat chart because Jeff and I are gonna have a little talk. in my inbox. Yeah,
This one.
that one. I don't know if you guys get this or not, if it's just a broker only report, but let me drive for a minute
You drive, you do your thing. Drive.
because I want to show you the reality of what we're dealing with. This is Stellar's market report. Do you guys get this? If you do you read it? So you don't mind me pointing it out to you? You don't get it? This is important. 2019, 193,000 sales in the Stellar MLS. 2020, 199,000 sales. So pretty stable. 2021 was a banner year. It was a damn good year for us. 230,000 home sales in the Stellar MLS. And then 2022 began to slow back down, but not much more than was in 2019. But then look what happened in 2023. Boom, right? What happened in 2023? Rates went up. People got locked into the current homes. Inventory did not go up. So we had less inventory, we had less buyers, and that just sucked. What's the forecast for this year? It's going to get there, but pretty much the same though. So I think we need to talk about this, but the difference and why we're more comfortable now than we were here is because pre-COVID 2023 sales are down 23% from the peak in 2021. That's a big decline, right? But the volume was actually higher. Why is that? Because home prices went up. So a lot of people are living on a false sense of security that we're making money because the houses are up, but also our commission rates are down. Now I've talked to 3 agents yesterday and we were just talking about different things. And I said, did you get a listing? Yes. What commission did you charge? All 3 of them told me 6%, 3 and 3. So that's out there. So I want to keep talking about that. But I think the point that I want to make, and Jeff, and I want to talk to you about now, there are some good signs. I'm looking for one particular chart. And I'll send this out to you because I heard a lot of you guys want more stats. Jeff laughs. The analytical thinks everybody wants stats. Yeah, this is 101. So it's showing we're predicting a little bit of a rise by the end of 2024. So that's a good sign, right? So Jeff, what did we talk about yesterday?
What we were talking about yesterday is that we create our own world, and the herd mentality is what you're looking at right there. Stats are just what happened, and all this forecasted stuff is all crap because nobody knows, nobody has a crystal ball, right? So, but the only thing we do know is we control our own future stats, right? There's plenty of business, but it is not easy. And what we talked about yesterday in the managers meeting, guys, we spend so much of our time figuring out what else we can do to help you guys live your life better, right? That's our whole function: empower, educate, and encourage. So we were talking, saying, we need to be a lot more realistic with you guys about what's happening over the next month or so, because this is a weird market that we're in. We're still recovering from a global pandemic. We're still feeling the effects that we don't even know what they are yet of throwing trillions of dollars instantly, globally, worldwide, and to try to resuscitate an economy, which no one's ever done before. We're trying to figure out how to get out of our way of inflation with jobs and stock markets, and no one's ever seen this economy before, right? So nobody knows where it's going. Everyone has their ideas and their thoughts, but the reality of it was when there's uncertainty, people hit the pause button. And that's what these charts Craig's showing you right now are saying, that everyone's just pausing. If they don't have to do a real estate transaction, they're not, right? The smart people are, but that's not the herd, right? The herd is on pause. The smart people are moving, right? So that's what we need to realize as professionals here, that we have to get way stronger and owning our own reality, that if you're not working right now, you're going to have a really, really, really tough May, June, and July, right? Because business is not walking through the doors. I know your phones are not blowing up. There's not hundreds of people lining up for your open houses. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So if we don't actively get active and start making some real moves to talk to people and actually having hand-to-hand combat conversations, social media, direct mails, right? Phone calls, door knocks, reaching out to people, absentees, video texts. If you're not actively talking to people every single day, it's not going to be pretty over the next couple of quarters. Now, when the Fed drops rates and everyone comes out of their bunkers and starts buying, it's going to be a lot more fun again. But between now and then, and there was no future plan to drop a rate, everyone alludes to it, but no one's saying we're dropping rates in May, June, July. We have no idea, maybe November, who knows, right? It's very likely we're not going to drop rates at all. People are going to get used to this mid-7 market, which has people on the pause button. So what we talked about yesterday, long story answered, is we got to get to work and work harder than we ever have before and be honest with what kind of stat do you want to show about yourself in the next couple of quarters.
Just looking at the award winners this week from last month, did you notice anything different? There's a lot more numbers, 8, 9, 11. You're going to see the top performers doubling their business because they're going to work. And that means the rest of the population is going to wither away. So it's, you have to decide which end of the spectrum you're going to be on, because the good people are going to do really, really, really well, because the bad people are going to crawl into a hole, and there's going to be business for all of us to get. So that's what we want to say, engaged and plugged in. And that's why we're doing so much to show you what's happening in the marketplaces and what's really happening in real life real estate is going on. And you guys are doing a great job at it. So that's what I want to cover on that.
One last thing, Craig, to this one. If you're one of the agents, and I'm not saying newer, this is old bees and newbies alike, right? This market has changed. Everything's shifted. If you're having a tough time and need to have some accountability and some push, you have to tell us, right? You have to let us know. All of us in your leadership team, we're here to help you. But if you need a little bit of a nudge and to put back on track and have somebody in your ear saying, did you talk to your 15 people? Reach out to us, because this is the time, guys, it's going to separate a lot of people these next 2-3 months. And so we want you to thrive and do it. There's going to be plenty of business. As much as you want is out there. But I know we have to get focused and get that little nudge. So please reach out to us if you need that nudge privately. To any one of us will help you. But this is the time you really need to push harder, because it's not going to flow to you.
Right. It's there to be had, but you got to grab it. Go straight to my inbox. We're running out of time when I get through. Just hit the highlights. I'm starting at the top. Fannie Mae news. What did they come out and say? They're going to consider buyer paid commissions as a closing cost. So that's good news for us. That'll help FHA and BA buyers. I'm sure will follow. Next one. This is a Zillow thing. I just like to, I'll get this because I'm a premier broker, but the expensive.
I'm trying to make it bigger.
I'm
Oh,
not
you're
that
trying to read it? Okay, I'm sorry.
The expensive get more expensive. Home value growth tops in the highest priced markets. We're still seeing prices come up. I don't get it. This is not normal. When interest rates go up, buyers slow down, prices usually fall. Prices aren't falling.
No.
It's weird. Rental market, they always talk about rental market. Single family rents, mortgage rates increase this week on the higher end than expected inflation data. So there's still, it's like Jeff said, it's a market we haven't seen before, and it's hard to predict. Next, email. This, I just want to show you. I like when I see agents do a nice job. Susie's in the South Tampa office. This is her Moxi report. She sent out. She does a market update. She's bragging about Zillow Showcase. She put a video out of herself explaining it. Then she showed off for some of her feature listings. And where did that go to? My email. Yeah, her database. Yep. Right. So really, you got to get this. I know I'm preaching to the choir now, but if your database is maximized, you're going to do a lot of business. People reach out to me because Jimmy sent out all those e-blasts, and I don't even know these. I've talked to people in 20 years, and they reach out and say hi. Who was it the other day? Mike Ruskin, the developer of Sunset Bay Townhouses, in 2003, called me last week. He's got a job in Fort Myers. And I said, Mike, that's 2 hours away. I don't do that. But we talked for a long time, and I hooked him up with my uncle who lives in Fort Myers. He's a commercial broker, but he hooked up with a residential broker. So he said, next time I'm in town, we're going out for lunch and we're going to talk and get all caught up. Who knows? He's been doing deals ever since then. But just a nice job on that. And hope you're doing it. Sorry. Okay, this is Jimmy. You can talk about this if you want. So I went to Zillow to check out a showcase that Jessica put up. So I want to see what it looked like. And I inquired. It says contact Jessica. And want to make sure she got the lead, just a test. And then automatically I got this from Jessica, a Moxi thing to Craig. Hey, because I was registered at C2 Team Megans. Just want to let you know I received your request and I will personally reach out to you as soon as I can. So I got an automatic reply. How did that happen, Jimmy?
So basically, well, this will be a plug for Thursday because we are going to go over the showing time and some cool little features. But Moxi has the opportunity to sync with your Zillow agent CRM and directly go into your Moxi Engage. So especially with Showcase, it's important because there's an option to click contact agent, put your information in, automatically get a text message from Moxi saying that you have a new lead. This automatically goes into the CRM, automatically is set up to have this email go out. So they said, basically it's
To
a
the
touch point saying it's there.
Personality.
And to top it off, it will, if you turn on these features, will automatically set Craig up or whoever you send it to neighborhood news to the area that they're actually looking at.
Is that cool?
So pretty cool option. This is yours. Like if you do showcase and they click contact agent, they fill out the form. If you have it set up this way, if not, you're going to get something from Zillow Premier saying you have a new lead. Follow up with them. This is going to automatically push it into your Moxi engagement.
Which is ultimately what you want. You want automatic, right? Automatically going to
And
your
an automated email saying, hey, I got your request. So if you are not available to take a call right away, they're getting an email. Literally, it's almost instantaneous that he got that email and it went in through the system.
Yep.
So pretty cool.
It's all there for the taking. That one. Just click on it real quick if you want Zillow. This is one. I think Kenley, I think this is yours. This is yours. Oh, it's
This
Kim
is
Hoskins. Okay.
yeah. That'd be nice.
But that's what the showcase looks like. And man, it really does a nice job. And the photographers are really doing a great job at it. But look at all the stuff it shows. And there's the contact Kim button. Now they could hit request a tour and that's going to go to a Zillow Premier agent. But if they contact Kim there, and if you draw this down, it'll tell more about her. No, up top, either way, it doesn't matter. You guys are about selling here. But if you click on Kim, the down arrow, up, down, left, right
Over
there.
here.
That's her bio. Now, you guys have to set it. That's why I wrote that bio. All of you have that bio. You're supposed to go in and change it for yourself. But they told me to at least write something and put it up there.
Yep.
So it's not blank, right? So this is one of the setups we'll go over with you on Thursday.
Yep.
Okay, that's enough of that.
That's enough.
I want you to listen to this message. It's really good. It's short. You got to turn the microphone on. And then hit right. It won't play unless you unmute.
My property, do I have to pay the buyer's broker now? And the answer to that question is no. And by the way, the answer has always been no. You could have listed yourself. You could have offered out no compensation. There's a lot of things you could have done. You don't have to. But there's a lot of things you don't have to do that are just in your best interest. I didn't have to shower today, and yet I do that because it's in my best interest. I don't need a rule saying that I need to do that. You see, when you don't offer out a commission to the other side, really it's a commission to your own agent, and they have the ability to co-op, to cooperate with another agent, you put yourself at a competitive disadvantage because you eliminate the buyer pool, the number of buyers who can afford your property, because they're already in a situation where they're paying moving costs and closing costs and down payment. And when you add this other fee on top of that, many of them can't afford it, which means you eliminate your demand, which means that you eliminate exposure, which means you eliminate the price that you want to get. And so, yeah, you can do it, but it's not necessarily in your best interest. But here's the good news. You also benefited from this system, most likely when you bought the house you're looking to sell now. And you will benefit from it again when you go to buy another house that you go, because of how that system works. And you may not love that system, but it's the reason why the industry is where it is right now, and it's as strong as it is right now, and you're getting the prices that you want right now, is because of the way that that system works. And so the question is, do you have to? And the answer very simply is no, you don't have to, but it's probably in your best interest.
I've been saying that for the last month, but sometimes you guys don't listen to me. So I thought you could hear it from somebody else. But isn't that a good point at the end? You're going to benefit from this system when you go buy. Do you want to really pay buyer's commission out of your pocket when you go buy your next house? No. That's probably the best counter argument to a seller.
You
doing
can
that.
go ahead and save it now, but you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, you're gonna pay one way or the other.
Pay it one way or the other.
If you're not going to pay the buyer's agent on the sale of your house, you're going to pay your own buyer's agent on the sale of purchase of your new home.
All right. What else? do we have?
The podcast league I just highlighted, I'm sending this to you guys. And the reason I do that, we're doing it, we're putting it out there. We've got, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000 followers now, which is pretty decent, I guess. And we don't have 6,000 or 7,000 agents, so other people are watching it. But the message in this one was pricing, days on market, and something else. Because it came from a conversation I had with one of Kim's sellers that we talked about yesterday on the Real Life Real Estate. And so I put these out there for education for you, hoping that you'll take these words and paraphrase and put out your own content. Because I'd rather see you put your content out with your face than my face. But if you're not going to do that, at least share my content or our content. That's why we're doing it. So I'm just, you're not all,
Work smarter, not
subscribe.
harder. If you can't do it, use it.
okay, that's all the emails are covered. I have bold star everything that I want to talk about. So it's good.
I think we hit it. Oh, wait, hold on. Make sure.
No, that's done. Back to the presentation because we're almost done. This is going to be weird, the next one. I talked about that already. Fannie Mae, we just did all that.
Did all
That one. This is just talking about Florida 21. I really want to see a lot of people go to that. You know, being a part of something bigger. What did I say? You want to be a part of something bigger? Century 21 is bigger than us. You're smarter if you know more about the brand, especially as times like we're coming into, we're going to work harder. Some people are doing better than you and you can learn from them at these events. And traveling to Las Vegas sucks and it's expensive. And Florida's 21 is right down the street. So that's kind of cool. That's coming up.
We'll give you an update at the end of the month of how many entries you have in.
Yeah.
Because we're tracking all of that for you.
Next slide. This is shocker. I've never seen this before.
I know. I was like, what's going on?
We have one birthday this week. One.
You're
Molly
so
Rizzi.
special. That's
Yay, Molly. Woohoo.
happy birthday, Molly.
And then just as a reminder, bringing value, we've got a company that will do roofing and ACs upfront for no cost and get paid at closing for our sellers that need to do that, but don't have the money. That's a big resource you can bring. And they're having a happy hour for us too. Next week, we'll keep that still then. And my target there, $140,000 is your benchmark target to get into the master's program this week. All right, 5 minutes over, not too bad.
So
All right, anything else for greater good? No? Kathleen, I'll see you in a couple hours with your award winners. Okay,
all right. Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday.